Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to WIN World Local News.
WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. This just into the WIN World Local News Sports Desk from WIN Sports reporter Fired Up Frank, who's live at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado for the NFL Denver Broncos versus Green Bay Packers American football match. It appears that quarterback Peyton Manning and his fellow donkeys are using some sort of secret weapon to help dominate the first half of the match. Fired Up, what is going on?
Oh, Potter, the mood in the stadium here is surprise, as Denver did not expect to be in this position, but they have instead triumphed through shenanigans and magic. Peyton Manning is so old, he is calling forth the spirits of the past and using his ancestors' strength to augment his own, so he is no longer throwing like someone who is 40 years old. He has the arm of a 35-year-old, and he is dealing tonight. Potter, back to you.
Wow, that is amazing. How awesome. I wish I could have that power as well. Okay, well, let's move on to our next story of great significance, and it's brought to us by WIN contributor Alada of Vilnius, Lithuania. With the FanDuel fantasy war between the United States and Russia heating up in Syria like a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, who seems to be currently winning this best-of-7 series? Well, to get the complete home run details, let's go live to WIN Senior International Affairs reporter Vladimir Putin, who's objectively flying over Damascus, Syria, in his aerial bullpen, assessing all the Major League fighting action. Vladimir?
I am here in a secret helicopter plane that cannot be described by American engineers because it's by far superior. I'm here with pilots. I am not going to get into sports or conflict discussions because too many newspaper people ask me questions about these things. I ask you, Mr. Pilot, why do people bother me with their concerns?
People see you as overlord intelligent. People see you as knowing answer.
Fair enough. Still, there are other, maybe not as smart, but still smart people that they could talk to.
But why settle for the rest when you can ask the best?
Mr. Pilot, I like you. You can stay alive. Back to you, Potter.
Well, thank you, Vladimir. That is the shortest report you've ever given us. Nonetheless, you must be busy. All right, well, moving on to another story of major significance, brought to us by WIN contributor Shawis of Alexandria, Egypt. American Pharaoh won his final race yesterday, making him the only horse in history to win the historical Triple Crown and Breeders' Cup in 1 year, and prompting many to wonder if the four-legged marvel is actually a reincarnated Egyptian pharaoh living in America. Well, if so, why would he appear thousands of years later in the form of a horse? And what will he do next in his retirement besides impregnate hundreds of women for a lofty stud fee? Well, for all the true divine answers, let's go live to WIN senior historian and theology reporter Nostradamus, who's in Lexington, Kentucky, with the Equus details. Nostradamus?
Oh, hey, yeah, thank you, Potter. I'm here, and I have with me a noted Egyptologist, Dr. Solange Hart. Dr. Hart, welcome to the report.
Yes, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to end my expertise.
And it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Now, I think the question on everybody's mind here. We got a horse, American Pharaoh, but which Pharaoh is it really?
Well, this is something that actually we might be able to figure out right now.
Well, that's why I had you on the show.
Well, let's just look here underneath American Pharaoh's tongue. Excuse me, American Pharaoh. As you can see, the salivary glands. Just hold on one more second, American Pharaoh. As you can see, there appears to be the outline of the continent of Africa. Very peculiar, no?
Yeah,
No.
no, that's totally unexpected.
All right, now we're just going to take another peek. This is the armpit, if you will, of the fourth right leg. Oh, kind of sticky.
Wow.
As
You're really getting into all these nooks and crannies on the animal. I'll be honest, American Pharaoh here seems to be getting a little upset at your tender menstruation.
Actually, American Pharaoh here really enjoys this. He's just getting very heated right now, quite passionate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, I think you may have to owe a stud fee here in a minute if you're going to keep this up, Doctor.
well, these are the traits that we're actually looking for. You see, my deduction is, based on these characteristics, that American Pharaoh likes to be tickled underneath his armpit. He's very eager for a good chafing, if you will.
Okay.
And he also has the continent of Africa under his tongue. Leads me to believe that this was Pharaoh Nanumakta.
Oh, and Pharaoh Nanumakta is renowned in the histories for also having these, enjoying to be chafed and the African symbol under his tongue. That's how you know this?
And being tickled, yes.
Yeah. Now, being tickled in ancient Egypt has dire consequences for most people. It was a forbidden activity, is my understanding.
That's right. It was reserved for the pharaohs and the ruling classes, for they were deemed divinely touched and only able, with the assistance of the gods, to withstand the force.
Oh.
Pharaoh's getting excited.
Yeah. Back off here, American Pharaoh.
All right, give him a sugar cube. Maybe that will.
I don't know that I want to entice him to like me even more. This is uncomfortable enough.
You should be honored. This is a pharaoh
I
giving
know.
you his fancy.
And I am not one of the ruling class. This, American Pharaoh. Oh, God.
Oh boy,
Can
yes, he likes you very much.
Dr. Hart, could you do something about, please?
No, just let his hooves rest on your shoulders.
Oh, no, this is, this is very, Potter, back to you. I got business to handle.
Oh, wow. Nostradamus. That was probably the worst assignment you ever done. For that reason alone. Okay. Well, let's get a check on the weather. And let's check in with Tulips Sunspring, who is riding a unicorn named Mr. Toots across the Canadian Arctic? What's that all about, Tulip?
I'm having fun. Oh my gosh, I'm riding a unicorn. So here's the story. I was flying to Greenland originally for my assignment, and we were shot down. The airplane was shot down. I don't know by who or what, but we didn't crash because this lovely unicorn, Mr. Toots, caught the plane on his horn. And Mr. Toots, could you maybe say why you chose to save us?
Well, I was a little bored, and I figured, why not have some people alive here? So I'm gonna save that plane.
And there you have it. That's Mr. Toots' take on things. Though at the same time, Mr. Toots, I heard that unicorn boogers can be used to clean dishes. Is that true?
That actually is totally true. That is not an urban legend, as some would have you believe. We have been working with the Dawn Dish Company for eons now.
Mr. Toots, you're boring.
Well, I mean, just because I enjoy the dry histories and reading over previous accounting terms and records doesn't mean I'm boring. I can get down like the rest of you.
Can you? Okay, I'm gonna just play half a second of a beat and
Can it be some Pitbull?
I'm sorry, we have to go. I see another missile coming over here. Back to you, Potter.
Well, thank you, Tulip. That was wonderful reporting. And thank you all for tuning in to WIN World Local News. I'm Potter Smittss. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the WIN cast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during community court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.